Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. So like years ago, I had made a video and I was talking about how I wanted to get 1,000 subscribers so that I could live stream via mobile phone, my artwork, right? And then in the video, I was talking about how fun it would be to be able to live stream my art and then like interact with the chat. And the chat can make like funny suggestions, like a walrus with laser eyes, right? And my subscriber JT, he had commented on that ancient video and he was like, we need the walrus. Where's the walrus? Essentially, you know, it's time. The world needs to see it. So I was like, you know what? I was like, bet, let's do it. Why not? Of course, like, time has passed since then. You know, YouTube has changed the rules, and all you need is 100 subscribers to go live via mobile. And I've gone live quite a few times since I've gotten to 100, and I'm so grateful to be able to do that whenever I want. You know, it's really nice to get to just relax and chat with everybody. But yeah, shout out to like my friend and sub JT. Oh my gosh, the dude is always going back and watching my old videos and commenting on them. And it's really nice to see those comments pop up on the old stuff, because like I forget, you know, I forget the stuff that I say. I forget some of the stuff that I draw, you know. And I mean, knowing me, like them videos aren't going to be around forever, because I always go back and delete old stuff, you know, that I just ain't feeling anymore. So yeah, I just thought it was funny, really. In any case, I drew the walrus, right? I've got my reference picture up of some walruses, and I knew I wanted him to have big buggy eyes for the laser beams to shoot out of. And I knew I wanted thin, like pencil thin laser beams, right? Just subtle, you know? And I'm staring at him and I'm like, man, and I'm looking at the reference picture and they've got just like a ton of texture, you know, lots of folds and wrinkles and stuff. And I wanted to doodle, I just didn't want to draw that, right? And I didn't want him to be smooth either. So I just, you know, relaxed and just started doodling like inside of him, like using the walrus as my frame for further artwork, you know? I just started down at the bottom with like some random lines, and then I like shaded them in. And then I got to thinking like, what's next, you know? So I've never drawn Japanese waves before, so I looked up a reference for that, got those in. They were kind of tricky. Like, I don't know if I was overthinking it or whatever, but I was afraid they weren't going to register as waves when you look at them. They kind of do though, so I think they turned out okay. And then, you know, I added some more ocean elements. And because I was like in the doodle zone, you know, just kind of like in that mindset, I really did a lot of pointillism in this entire piece. Like, there's just a lot of dots and texture. There's a lot of deep shading and line work. I played around with different brushes, so I kind of bounced back and forth between the pen brush and the alcohol marker. Later on, when I did the orca, I used like some splatter watercolor brush, you know, to add that in. And it was just really cathartic just to doodle mindlessly, you know. I loved seeing this whole thing just kind of develop piece by piece, kind of like when you're building a jigsaw puzzle, you know, and it's all starting to come together, and it just looks really cool, you know. And then I played around with like building outside of the walls of the line art, you know. So like on the right side, I like did some plants coming out of him, and I tried to be creative. Like the top of that long stem over there, it's like a seashell and a hermit crab making up the bloom of that flower. And then like on the right side, I did like a big old mushroom house coming out of him. So it's not all ocean themed. There's like lots of little tidbits in here. Over there by his face, there's like a cityscape coming off of some kelp. Goodness, down on his bottom flipper, there's like a haunted teapot, you know, there's like a ghost coming out of it and some eyeballs in the cracks. The entire piece is just so surreal. Like, I really, really love how it turned out. I just liked getting to shut off my brain for a minute. Like, my brain's been going like 90 to nothing for like the last month and a half. And I haven't really had time to draw outside of that llama commission. And I haven't really known what to draw. You know, I've been like struggling with what can I do, you know? So I'm really glad that JT made his comment, because it was just such a silly thing. And I was like, yeah, let's do it. Like, I need something silly right now. I just need to just doodle it out, you know what I mean? And when you're really, really stressed, doodling is such a great way to relax, you know? And you don't even have to think. Like, I just turned on my music and just kind of went to town, you know? And yeah, like I like the whole piece. I knew right out of the gate I wanted him to be black and white. I didn't want to put any color on him or anything. The only color on this piece are the red lasers shooting out of his eyes. And I know I've said in like past works, like sometimes it's good to think about stuff like that when you're coming up with an art piece. You want to know, like, what is your focal point? You know what I mean? And because he was going to be so busy, going black and white, I think was like the right call, because the lasers really stand out. And you would think the walrus is the focal point, but in a sense, it's almost like those tiny thin red lines are the focal point, you know, because they just pop. And I don't know, it's an interesting concept. I like it. I like the way it looks. It's like a subtle thing, but it's bold at the same time. I don't know. I'm just rambling about it now at this point. I do have another video that I'm going to be making later, probably tomorrow. A friend of ours brought over a print that he bought at I don't know, one of those like flea markets, I guess, or maybe he ordered it online. I'll be honest, I don't know where he got it, but it's like a big old print. And he asked me if I could make a couple of alterations to it. And I was like, yeah, dude, absolutely. I would love to. And it's really simple. Like, I have to change this girl's hair to red and then add a beard to a skeleton. So I'm going to be trying to record that tomorrow, and then I'll get another video posted. After that, I really don't know. I've been working on like my lesson plans and stuff, so I might spend the rest of the week just kind of working on that. And then if you guys have any suggestions for art videos, let me know down in the comments. Like what do you want to see me doodle, you know? Because I really am just drawing a blank at this point. But I'm always open to suggestions. Like, I don't care. And then even if I don't pick your suggestion, it might spark an idea, you know what I mean? So, like, even if you suggested something silly or whatever, like, I might think like, oh, that's a cool concept. It might turn out like that. It might turn out not like that, but at least it'll get the juices flowing up in the old noggin, you know what I mean? Like, so yeah. Anyways, thank you so much, guys, for stopping by and checking out the video. I hope you like it. I ended up naming him Lazerus the Walrus. My husband was calling him Wakuza, like Walrus Yakuza. And as funny as that name is, and I like it, I do, I was thinking initially like laser and walrus put together, so Lazarus came to mind. And then I was like telling Luke, I was like, that name sounds so familiar. And he was like, duh, it's in the Bible. And then I had to Google it, and I was like, no joke. Like, of course it is. That's one of those Bible stories they teach you when you're like a little kid, you know what I mean? I was like, it was just deeply seated in there somewhere. But it's a good story. In any case, but yeah, his name's Lazarus. He's a cutie patootie. And I guess that's it, really. I hope you guys have a great night, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye.